everybody. It's Eric Vierthaler of Vierthaler Studios here once again.
And do you want to know what this is, Eric off?
But
Well,
yeah, so now we're into the rebooted series. Started in early 2019. So,
about the time,
interest.
yeah, I think I met you around this time. Well, I met you later in 2019.
Yes. This was released the year me and Vandalia here met. We didn't meet until like mid 2019, but yeah, this was released in 2019 around January. So what happened was I got burnt out on things that pissed me off, and I tried to move on, but that didn't work out. So there was enough demand, like for me to bring back things that pissed me off, and so I did. I definitely feel like me taking that break from things that pissed me off did help, like for me to rejuvenate like that energy into making them again. And so what happened was there was going to be a different reboot of the series. It was going to be more cinematic. It was going to be a remake of the original episode, but there were some weather issues and some other issues that got in the way. And John Ferreira, who I was friends with at that time, of What Pisses Me Off, um, he was having all the people who he knew make make What Pisses Me Off videos, and then he wanted me to make one. So I was like, okay, I guess that will be the comeback for things that piss me off, both on his channel and on mine. And so that's why on the playlist, that's why that there's like the repeat of this one, but it's just edited differently. And yeah, so it was at this time when I was pursuing paleontology as my primary, and I was thinking, okay, and to make myself clear to all the people watching, I do I do love paleontology still. I definitely do, but that's more of a hobby of mine now. And so I was thinking, okay, what can I do a topic on for things that piss me off? And then I was like, hey, well, people who deny dinosaurs actually do piss me off. I mean, not as much as they used to, but yeah, and
Like
so
since you made that whole movie about it.
yeah, exactly. I made an entire movie about people like that, and I've had people say to me, there's people who deny the existence of dinosaurs, and there actually are. As
Mm-hmm.
absurd as that sounds, uh yeah, one of them was my neighbor across the street when I was at my parents' house still. And this was filmed when I was still at my parents' house. It was filmed in the iconic tool shed. And yeah, and fans have been saying that they want me to bring back the tool shed. And I totally get it because took so many
But
episodes
you
took.
don't. But you and your family don't live there anymore.
Well, my parents do live there still, but since then I moved out and it's about 20 minutes away from where I'm currently at. But I guess if I explain to my parents what's going on and why I
Yes.
want to use their tool shed again,
Yes.
I
Can I tool can I turn your tool shed into a recording studio? Thanks.
but yeah, but I kind of feel like that the tool shed inadvertently you kind of made it feel more raw, which I guess helps for the things that piss me off feel to it. And what was funny, this was filmed right after I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with my friend Kayla. And ironic that I went to go see a Spider-Man movie wearing a Star Wars shirt, and then still wearing that Star Wars shirt, I then did a video about people who denied the existence of dinosaurs. So I was wearing the wrong shirt, but hey, it was ended up being a last minute thing. And yeah, and when I uploaded this, people were like cheering, like, yes, things that pissed me off is back. And yeah, and I also thought, hey, 2019 marked the 10-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. And the 15-year anniversary will be on April 19th. And yeah, it's the day before 420. And what I was thinking what to do this year for my 15th anniversary is to do like a live stream talking to my fans and also to release the third things that piss me off movie this year because this is the 15th anniversary. So yeah, enough chit chat.
All right. Well, okay. Two things before we start. One, have you put this on the community tab yet?
Have a oh yeah, I probably should. I'll do that now.
Oh, and two, about Thousand Kisses off. Have you seen? Have you? I don't actually watched it. I haven't watched it yet. My HBO Max thing is having issues, but have you seen the or heard about the Nickelodeon / Disney child star
Yeah,
documentary
I
thing?
heard about that. From what I heard, it's about how all these child stars like were treated while making the shows and movies that they're most famous for. I heard it's pretty dark. Like what I heard recently is that Frankie Muniz of Malcolm in the Middle fame, now he has a kid and he's telling his kid, yeah, please don't be an actor. It's a real shame. And I feel like Hollywood gets a bad rep because of that. And now, look, are there. Now, I will say this, there are good and bad people in any job. So yeah, it's a real shame that Hollywood has gotten that reputation, but
At least some of the shows I grew up as a kid watching these guys in the '90s and early 2000s. So yeah, it's. But yeah,
yeah,
so hopefully, if you ever in your future movie career and stuff, you ever have kids actors, you won't do what they did.
oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, there also are people who don't make it until later on in life, and so just because you're not a child actor, it doesn't mean that you're not going to make it. I mean,
Well, I mean, also does it mean that I guess you won't be able to uh, be taken advantage of it anyways, even as an adult, I guess. But
yeah, exactly. Like you won't be as taken advantage of. But I, as far as I know, I don't believe the kids on Stranger Things like or Stephen King's It were taken advantage of. They don't seem to have been. That's as far as my knowledge goes. So I believe that there are some child actors where they were not taken
yeah,
advantage of. But hey,
yeah.
if it turns out
There's this,
I'm wrong, then
there's a TikToker I watch that used to be a child actor. You know, she told you her story about one time she had to do her on-screen kiss. You know, but it was also her first kiss, right? So she was nervous, didn't want to do it. So apparently some adult producer grabbed her and kissed her like there, there's your first kiss, you don't worry about it anymore. No, go to work.
a 30-year-old kissed a little kid.
Yeah, like she was like 13 or 14, I think. But yeah, like she want to do her first kiss on camera, and like I don't want to do this, you know, too nervous, you know. Besides my first kiss, on like so the adult producer just grabbed her and kissed her. Like she's like, okay, there you go, first kiss done.
Yeah,
That's what,
like talk about making your first kiss not that meaningful.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm like, I'm nervous about kissing another child on the camera, so I'll have an adult force me to kiss her. Yeah, that'll solve all my problems.
Yikes.
Yeah, you ever seen the show Naked Brothers Band?
I've heard of it, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, that was the actress that talked about it on that show. Anyways,
But yeah, we have postponed this long enough. So yeah, here is the triumphant return of things that piss me off. Never thought that I was going to bring this back. But I did. And that reboot never happened. Here we go.
Do you want to know what pisses me off?
There we go.
People who think that dinosaurs never existed. Are you freaking kidding me? No wonder why America is one of the most undereducated countries in the whole entire world. And that's embarrassing for my own goddamn country.
Still is.
And their arguments are absurd. That they don't even do their own goddamn research. For Pete's sakes, people. Their arguments go, oh, well, people just went around the whole entire world just to bury these fossils. And nobody got caught. Okay, do you jackasses realize that back then travel took a lot longer because travel was a lot slower? Travel was nothing like how it is now.
Even like not even now, even like 50 years ago, travel was still slow.
Well,
even when railroads were a thing, early airplanes, it's not like it's.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess if people want to take trains, still they can. I mean, there are people like who do that because it's cheaper, but planes is a lot faster, which is why a lot of people would prefer to take a plane.
Well, I think trains are coming. I think labor. I think trains are trying to make a comeback now.
Yeah, I think so too. It's because of like inflation and how expensive a lot of things are getting now. Yeah, like heck, last time I went to Taco Bell, just for a few items, cost me nearly $20. So
Ohio's finally getting a train through it like next year. One was supposed to be like in there like 20 years ago, but they denied it. Now it's coming back again. Went through like 4 major cities. One of them near me. So
yeah, and crazy that this episode was 5 years ago now.
So it would have taken them a whole entire lifetime to go around the whole entire world and bury these goddamn dinosaur fossils! And their argument goes, oh, well, Sir Richard Owen hypothesized the idea of a dinosaur in 1842, and then all of a sudden they found all these dinosaur specimens just to fit with this hypothesis, so he created the idea of a dinosaur. No, he did not, you moron! They were discovering dinosaurs long before Richard Owen coined the name dinosaur. Richard Owen did not come up with the concept of a dinosaur. He just created the terminology for it. For Pete's sakes, get your fucking education right, you goddamn moron! They were discovering dinosaurs ever since the 16th century. Just back then, people had no idea what the fuck that they were, and so that's why you have all these legends of dragons, griffins,
which is true,
the Cyclops. Because back then, they had no idea what the fuck that they were.
But yeah, this
and they said, "Oh well, Richard." Oh,
you can definitely feel the anger, but it's definitely a little bit more Jim Carrey. Over the top physical comedy like.
So
if you know me, that's not a surprise.
Yeah. But yeah. At least I don't think you even got to that right now. You're talking about the people that claim that people put it in bones. Not you haven't gotten into the Satan put bones in the ground for us.
Oh, yeah, that is such an absurd thing that I heard about how Satan placed the fossils in the ground to test our faith in God. Oh, my God. That is absurd. that
created the concept of a dinosaur just to promote evolution propaganda. You idiots! Oh my god, you people are so fucking stupid. Richard Owen was actually arguing against evolution at that time, you moron! And their other argument goes, oh well, no dinosaur museum has real dinosaur fossils, they're all fake. Okay, some dinosaur fossils are replicas. But there are some real ones. Do you jackasses even understand the concept of a replica? A replica means it's a copy of the original. So if there's a copy, it has to be original. So if there was original, it means it's the real one.
Also,
try saying that 5 times fast.
yeah, and also, I don't think people understand why there are copies of that. Let's put these real 2000. But real rock fossils in the museum that could get damaged and stuff out there and open for everyone to damage and stuff. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why all the times that they will display a replica. And that's a common argument that I've heard against people who deny dinosaurs. And I know I said I'm not going to get into controversial topics, but really, dinosaur deniers, like...
Well, this isn't your channel, so it's probably fine. It's fine.
But yeah, but it's like that is nothing compared to like other topics like gun laws. But yeah, and Eddie says, if they were fake, how are they so heavy? Yeah, and when I took mineralogy in college, so with a fossil, it was once a bone, but because of minerals like that, the minerals come in and then replace the composition of the bone into a rock. So yes, it is still a bone, but it's now a rock. And one of the definitions of a mineral is that it's naturally occurring. And so just by that alone, all automatically negates the idea that somebody man made it. Because if it's man-made, then that automatically disqualifies it from being a mineral then.
And I also heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I also heard at least some museums, if you ask to see them, they'll take you back to the back room to see the real rocks.
Yeah, exactly. And there are museums where you can see genuine dinosaur fossils on display, like that museum in Chicago where they have Sue. Funny, I even mentioned that in this video. Even at Museum of the Rockies, you can see a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but all the parts that they didn't find, they just added in filler, I guess. So yeah.
You guys are fucking idiots!
Hey, Tony Montana, how's it going?
And there are some dinosaur museums that do have real specimens, like there's a museum in Malta, Montana that I went to that has a complete Brachylophosaurus. And hell, there's also Sue, the most complete
I just mentioned that!
What's a brachia? What now?
Yeah, it's a Brachylophosaurus. I mean, to be fair, I totally get why you've never heard of it. I never heard of it either until when I went to Malta. But yeah, so a Brachylophosaurus, it's a hadrosaur.
Right.
So yeah, so it's I believe Cretaceous.
Yeah, you said brachia. Yeah, before that, only brachia I ever heard was a Brachiosaurus.
I mean, to be fair, when I first went to that museum, when I saw the terminology of Brachylophosaurus, I actually misread it as Brachiosaurus. I mean, to be fair, I can imagine a lot of people do. So yeah, so I misread it as Brachiosaurus. But then when I actually saw the specimen, I was like, wait, this does not look like a sauropod. This looks more like a hadrosaur. I was like, okay, this is definitely not Brachiosaurus.
But as a joke, it sounds like a half dinosaur, half sofa.
Never thought of it that way, but that does make sense.
Tyrannosaurus Rex ever found. They just don't have this skull attached to it because the skull is too fucking heavy. But you can still see the skull separately. Just the skull they have attached to the rest of the skeleton is a replica. So either way, we have you can see real dinosaur specimens at a museum.
That is true.
Oh my god, their stupidity fucking hurts my brain. Fuck's sakes, I feel like I'm losing my brain cells.
Do they still hurt your brain?
They do, but at this point, I'm like, it's not even worth to argue with them anymore. It's like trying to teach a cat how to sing Amazing Grace. It goes nowhere. But yeah, Eddie says, I misread the name once too. Yeah. I'm really not surprised.
But I think we've gone from arguing, we always argue this, but from dinosaur denials to people, just to dinosaurs lived 6,000 years ago people now.
I mean, at least they're in a step in a better direction, at least that they acknowledge that they existed.
Well, technically they are right. Dinosaurs did live 6,000 years ago. They were called birds, but they're still.
Yeah.
But don't tell them that because.
Oh my god! Like that face that I have, you could so make a meme out of that.
All right, guys, meme contest.
But yeah, so okay, to all the people in the chat, say if you were to make a meme out of that face that I have with this 5-year-old things that piss me off episode, what would you caption it with? Like, what would you add, like, to memify it, I suppose?
Jeez Louise! We live in a world where people think that the Earth is flat. Yeah. They're just flat out wrong there. And dinosaurs never existed. For fuck's sakes, climate change deniers. Oh my god, just make it fucking end!
It's never gonna end, sorry.
And they say that no dinosaur has ever been found. For Pete's sakes, you can go on a dinosaur dig yourself and go find them yourself. I have done it. There are tons and tons and tons of dinosaur species, fossils found all the goddamn fucking time. Like, really? Really? There is no goddamn evidence of people just making it all up. Now, true, there have been some transitional fossils that were proven to have been fake, like Archaeoraptor. But that was proven by evolutionists, okay? So it's...
I probably shouldn't have used evolutionists.
There's a big conspiracy.
Yeah, that's one of the things I would change about the video, because evolutionist is more of like a creationist term. It's not a term that's used in the scientific community. So that's the one thing I would change. I would change that terminology that I used. But yeah, that's really one of the only things I would change about this video. And I also feel like I should have added like a comedy sketch. Eddie, I doubt the Earth was ever flat. I do too. I had a classmate like 2 years ago who believed that the Earth is flat, and oh my god, I'll never forget about that. That was such a plot twist. Where I mentioned the flat Earth, and then she was a flat earther, and she got really offended by what I said, and oh my god.
That's the year semester you had to drop out a little because of money reasons.
Yeah. I had to drop out briefly for money reasons, but yeah, I'm continuing on. But yeah, so April 17th, I'm going to be really busy because I'm doing both the business courses and an acting course, and I'm doing the play, but I still will try to find time to do my 15th anniversary live stream. I might even have to do my 15th anniversary live stream a few days early, just so I can make time for it. But yeah, let's continue.
There's a big conspiracy of evolution. Oh no! For Pete's sakes, people! I hope you never breed. It's scary to think you people can fucking vote. What the fuck is wrong with this world, man? Man, no wonder why Thanos wanted to destroy all of humanity in Avengers Infinity War. Because of how fucking stupid people are. Well, anyways, I'm out. You dinosaur deniers? Oh, yeah? I have a little message for you. Here's my ass. Kiss my ass. Oh, yeah, and by the way, while you're at it, suck on these little dino nuts.
And that was the triumphant return of things that pissed me off. What are your thoughts on that, especially compared to the older ones?
I laughed all the way through.
Yeah, I've had some people say that they thought that wasn't funny, but I guess you can't please everyone. But yeah, minus that one thing I would change. That definitely was one hell of a comeback for things that pissed me off. I mean, you could definitely tell that I've matured as a person ever since then. That, like,
were you in college at that time?
Huh?
Were you out of high school by then?
I was, yes. But yeah, I graduated high school 2012. That was posted in 2019. And it's funny that I made that Thanos joke. It's because that was released the same year that Avengers Endgame came out. But yeah, Endgame only came out like a few months later. But yeah, 2019, that was one heck of a year. I mean,
was this when you started doing your debates?
Yeah, that was when I was doing debates at that time. If it wasn't for me having a shot with, being in movies, I would like to do those debates still, but I personally, I'm too scared to do them now. It's not because I'm afraid that I will lose. It's because I'm just afraid that, what if the wrong person sees it in the film industry, and what if they get offended? So,
well, maybe once you're more established, you can call people stupid again.
Yeah, I've just been too scared.
I'm not scared. I got sick and tired of doing debates. No, not doing debates, watching debates, because the other side always had the same arguments every time.
The same arguments that have been going on for longer than you and I have been alive, and because they've been debunked for so long that you would think that they should, cease to still be argued. But hey, Alma. But yeah, so that was the turn.
Because something beats the classic of "We came from Iraq."
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, time for the next episode.
But yeah, so don't need to watch that one because it's just a re-edit of the previous one. There's no point. And I think this. Okay, yeah, Dinosaur Deniers Part 2.
Do you want to know what pisses me off?
Yeah, I see it's buffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then little did I know that Part 3 would be my first feature-length movie. Little did I know.
All right. So this turned into a multi. When you first doing this, did you turn this in? You plan to do this as a more than one part?
Yeah, I wasn't anticipating doing a Part 2, and like I said, I fully intended on the final episode of 2015 to be like the grand finale of things that pissed me off, like no more afterwards. But life's full of surprises. I brought it back. And, I am glad that I brought it back. It's because it finally gave me the opportunity to make a movie. And, it got me to where I'm at now. I mean,
speaking of Mimi faces.
So is this one still buffering or what?
No, I just paused. I paused it while I was waiting for buffer. I said, but speaking of memes, meme faces.
Oh yes, this is definitely a meme face. But yeah,
Guys, get to work. Meme this.
yeah,
Meme it for our memeing. Let's start our memeing contest. All right.
but yeah, this was filmed on the same day as the following episode. But yeah, this so this was before that I. This was made around the time when I was wanting to go back to school. I didn't fully commit yet to going back to school. So yeah, before I went back to school, it was going to be like a more reoccurring thing, like with more episodes being pumped out. But not long after I made this was when I went back to school. It wasn't college yet. It was more pre-college, I guess you want to call it that.
Community college.
It's this program called Adult Ed at the Lincoln Center, like where they would like get you prepped for college and all that. So yeah, so I started doing that around March or February of 2019. This was January of 2019. It's because that at that time I decided, you know what, I'm not getting any younger. And I was like, you know, I feel like I was out of high school long enough now where all that petty high school drama was over with. People moved on with their lives. That by then, that enough time had passed where like that bad taste got out of my mouth. And so, yeah, I went back to college. Went back to school. One of the best decisions I have ever made. Going back to school, man, it's been one heck of a roller coaster. It really has. Hey, Caden, what's up? I haven't seen you before, but hey, you know, it's always great. New faces.
Did you by this point? Did you decide to make the movie yet, or were you not there yet?
No, I was not there yet. The movie came out in 2021, which was my first year of college, so we're not quite there yet. When I was still Eric Beerstaller 92. There's not things that piss me off without that theme song.
I've already ranted about them once, but I'm going to be ranting about them again because there are some things that I left out from what I said last time. These dinosaur deniers are indoctrinating little children. Fucking children, man! And even worse is that when these kids grow up, they're gonna have to grow up with this ridiculous, lunatic, loony, delusional ideology that dinosaurs never existed. And then you'll wonder why that kid gets bullied later on in life. And what I think is fucking scary is that whenever you try to educate these little turd nuggets, is that they just shrug it off. Like, for Pete's sakes, what is wrong with you, man? Stephen Hawking once said, the greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge.
Well, yeah, so
and that couldn't be more true.
Yeah,
even when you debunk
right there,
their arguments.
That right there, I kept forgetting how to phrase it. And so that's why that I had to have the quote right in front of me. And yeah, that cut was a little bit awkward. But yeah, my editing skills definitely got better like as time went on. But I mean, I've been editing my own videos since 2009. And so people often say with Rise of the JWs that they're like, oh my God, the editing's really good. And I say, well, that's because I've had all that time to edit my own videos and to learn from all of my mistakes that I made before. I feel like I really need to understand the software. Like if I understand the software, then it makes it a lot easier. So yeah.
They still use them anyway. It's like, why are you using them? They were debunked, you fucking idiot! these idiots don't understand.
Say that again.
We were just talking about that, how people use long debunked arguments. So
we saw the future of the video.
Are we psychic?
And that when you find remains of a creature that once existed like a dinosaur, it means it belonged to a creature that once existed. Why is that so fucking hard to understand? It once was alive. Why is that so fucking hard to understand? Like Aaron Raw interviewed a girl named Kristen Auclair who believes dinosaurs never existed. He explained to her for a whole goddamn hour what a fossil is.
I pause it.
Oh,
yeah.
I never saw that video. I heard about
it. Was cringe.
Yeah,
it was cringe, and
I saw some of her shorts before, and I laughed at them. Oh my god.
Yeah, and so I messaged Aaron Raw about that, and so Kristen totally had me fooled. I thought that she was genuine, but Aaron Raw clarified that later on, Kristen Auclair admitted that she was just being a Poe. Like that, Kristen Auclair was just doing it for entertainment purposes. She was doing satire. But I'm like, wow, Kristen was a good Poe because she had me fooled. Like, I genuinely thought that she was serious about denying dinosaurs and all that. I mean,
yeah, I saw her plaster video and stuff.
I mean, she definitely got her name out there, but now that is the thing that she's most known for, knowing that her video went viral of denying dinosaurs and that's what she's most famous for, I guess. Well, not famous, infamous.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
is that like when Logan Paul made his Flat Earth documentary?
Yeah.
Was that Logan Paul?
Yeah, Logan Paul, from what I heard, he made that because he was wanting to troll like the Flat Earth Society, and then the Flat Earth Society got really offended that he did that because they were saying, "Oh, I thought he genuinely cared about truth." But I mean, that was definitely very brave of Logan Paul to make that mockumentary. I will never forget when I saw the documentary for the first time, like that huge plot twist, and knowing that that guy never acted before in his life, and he had me fooled. I'm like, wow, he never acted before, and he totally convinced me. Well, like where his friend says, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't actually think that the Earth is flat. I was just pulling your leg the entire time." Oh my gosh, that was such a 180 watching that, and
now he's a champion of the United States.
Wait. Logan Paul is?
Yeah, he's the WWE United States champion.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, you can see him WrestleMania this weekend perform.
Huh, I had no idea. Well, I guess kudos to Logan, I guess.
Apparently, like acting, the people say he got up wrestling or entertainment just like that too. He picked up just like that.
Huh.
All the wrestlers.
I am definitely very happy.
He's a heel. He's a heel. He's a heel right now. People love to boo him.
Okay, well, I am definitely very happy for him.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing! And what's scary is that these people are spreading. They're spreading like wildfire. There's more and more and more of them. Oh my god. What can we do to make it all end? And what's really idiotic is that Kristen Auclair girl, she won't deny the existence of a woolly mammoth because we found frozen ones and their fossils, but when it comes to dinosaurs, We have found a dinosaur tail preserved in amber, but she won't accept dinosaur fossils or the existence of dinosaurs. So
Yeah.
wait, if you accept the existence of a woolly mammoth, you should accept the existence of dinosaurs as well, you goddamn loony! Oh my god! My lord, shut up!
Yeah, so
Shut up!
that was something that never made
that
sense. Like, okay, so these people who deny dinosaurs, they don't have a problem accepting like Paleozoic creatures. But I mean, to be fair, Paleozoic creatures don't get the mainstream attention as dinosaurs do. And they also will accept the existence of prehistoric mammals from the Cenozoic. Well, I mean, to be fair, we are in the Cenozoic still, but you know what I mean. So it's like, then why dinosaurs? And why not the others? Maybe
Well,
it's because dinosaurs get more mainstream attention. I don't know.
But because mammoths are just elephants that got a little elephant just wore a coat. That's all that people get. People can.
Oh gosh.
Speaking of elephants that wore coats, for the longest time, I did not know mastodons and mammoths weren't the same thing, and they were totally different sides of the family tree too.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I feel like that is a common misconception, though.
I also didn't know that mammoths were more closely related to Asian elephants than Asian elephants were related to African elephants.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing the things I can find out when you do research.
Yeah, like just when you think you know about about biology, family trees, it throws you for a loop. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
This is why I think it'd be cool if it's possible right now. If it was possible to get DNA from fossils, and we find out, wow, two things will happen. Either we'll find out, like, wow, we were right about this lineup in mythology, or we're like, wow, we were way off on that idea.
Yeah, from my understanding, somebody did try the Jurassic Park route and tried to get DNA from a mosquito, but now, correct me if I'm wrong, DNA decays like every 500 or so years. I'm not sure if that's the exact amount, but
yeah, I think the oldest we can get. I might be wrong, but I think the oldest DNA we can get or we ever gotten something was 40,000, 50,000 years max. Was the oldest.
Yeah, and since dinosaurs have been dead for as long as they have, good luck getting that. I mean,
yeah, which is why if we hadn't gotten DNA from the fossil of the T-Rex, thing, we could be able to get DNA from 6,000 years old fossils, but we haven't because it's not 6,000 years old.
Oh yeah, you're probably talking about the infamous soft tissue argument. Oh yeah. So yeah. I actually talked to Mary Schweitzer about that, and yeah, and so I'm trying to remember all the details about that because I talked to her in like late 2018. So yeah, what she said is that they did not find DNA, but like when she like did like the acid thing on it, like it dissolved away the minerals, and then what they found was like remnants of some aspect of its biology. I'm not really I don't really remember exactly what it was, but what I do remember is that she was saying like that the collagen in it is identical to ostrich collagen, which is further evidence of dinosaur and bird evolution. But that's one of the things. Okay.
But yeah, if it was, like I said, if we could get DNA from old fossils, I think that'd be interesting. So we could, like I said, we could confirm if our original morphology trees were right or not.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I definitely greatly appreciate Mary Schweitzer for doing that for me, because what I've been told, she's very selective about who she gives her time to. I mean, I get it. Nobody wants to have their time go to waste. So,
And this is right before you made this video too. Well, a few months.
well, actually, when I talked to Mary Schweitzer, it was just a few months before that I made this video, because I talked to Mary Schweitzer around, it was either August, September, or October of 2018, somewhere around there. But yeah, and then this was January 2019. So
I know before we get back to this topic, it's funny. I might be wrong, but I think that claim is 20 years old now, but that's still the most recent claim they have right now. Still,
recent claim about what? Sorry,
that her discovery is 20 years old. 20 years old, you know, at this point, I think, give or take. Right?
Wow, that's crazy. That was 20 years ago now.
But still, that's still the creationist's most recent claim. They still go on. It's 20 years old at this point. I think they come up. I don't think, I may be wrong, but I don't think they come up any new things by now. In 20 years.
Yeah, and the common thing that I hear is, oh, there's no way that was preserved. But what Mary Schweitzer did is that she did an experiment, like where she had like one ostrich collagen without the iron, and then one with and one without, because she was trying to find, okay, what would be the mechanism for it, and that's what science is all about, is finding the mechanism for it. Case in point, like with plate tectonics, they did, when I say they, meaning the scientific community, didn't find the mechanism for that until after Alfred Wegener passed away. They finally found the mechanism, like with mid-ocean ridges. And so Mary Schweitzer, just being a good scientist, was wanting to figure out the mechanism for the soft tissue. And so then, from what I remember, I believe she went to like a lecture about iron, and then she was like, okay, why don't I see if iron could be the mechanism for it? And so the ostrich collagen that was in the iron lasted like for 2 years, while the other one that wasn't tested in iron did not last. And a common argument I've heard, oh, what, 2 years compared to 65 million years? That's because they do not have 65 million years to do a scientific experiment. 2 years is reasonable.
Yeah, I can see it now. Okay, get like a time capsule. Do not open for 2 million years.
Yeah, exactly. It's like just flat out expecting them to do a scientific experiment for 65 million years is absurd, because no one's going to live for that long. And the bottom line is that 2-year experiment proved that it can preserve it over time. And it makes sense that iron would be the mechanism for it, since that you do have iron in your blood in the first place. So
well, let's go back from denying their ages, denying them in general.
Listen now, Claire girl, you will not believe what kind of argument she used against dinosaurs. She said, oh, if you were just to throw out your jacket, your leather jacket, it's not going to fly. So therefore, how can a pterodactyl fly?
Okay, let me find out that was just...
Oh my god,
that was just Poe's law. But oh my god, when I heard that, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And yeah, only find out that was just a Poe's law thing. Yeah, Kristen, she was a damn good Poe. Definitely a much better Poe than that Kenny Hornrickson guy. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That doesn't even make any goddamn sense. She's comparing an inanimate object to a creature that once existed. And that a pterodactyl is not even a fucking dinosaur. It's a pterosaur. Dinosaurs are land creatures. Oh yeah? Let's test the hypothesis.
Exception of Spinosaurus. But yeah, Spinosaurus, as far as my understanding goes, I don't know if they since found new evidence with the 2020 paper. Uh, Spinosaurus was primarily an aquatic creature, while I believe it was land here and there, like modern day crocodiles and alligators. But
I think it looks like we have now is penguins.
yeah,
I think the only thing to prevent them from going on most quickly is their hard shells. So if they ever get softer shells or start doing the internal births, I think penguins could go fully. It might be the very first, one of the very first all-sea dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Will this fly? Yeah.
Of course not. That's not a leather jacket.
Well, no, it's not, but I didn't have that kind of jacket, but I was still trying to show how absurd it is to say that a jacket in general, like, would fly. But yeah, I was so much thinner at that time. But I mean, that was before COVID.
Oh, how about again? Nope. That is the stupidest argument for anything I have ever heard. Anyways, I can't take this anymore, so I'm just gonna go now before I go more insane than I already am.
Not as funny as part one, but it does have some.
Yeah, but I think if you're trying to be more funny there, you're trying to actually be more serious with that one.
A little bit of both, but yeah. So the next one, shitty drivers, a topic I should have done sooner before I finally did.
Or not?
But yeah, almost an hour in, and we've only gone through 2 videos. That is funny. But yeah, we're probably not going to have time to get through all of them in this rebooted series. But yeah, this may have to be our last one because I do have to get going. So.
Oh, yeah. But hey, so are you free this Saturday?
This Saturday?
Yeah, my scheduled thing was canceled, so I'm available this Saturday if you are for.
Yeah, I should be. It'll have to be after work, but.
Do you want to know what pisses me off? Shitty ass drivers! For Pete's sakes, how'd you get your driver's license? Did you get it from a goddamn cereal box or something? For crying out loud! Today, after I got done with my workout at the gym, I was driving home, minding my own goddamn business, and then this jackass right beside me was trying to turn, but obviously he was paying no goddamn attention, and he almost hit me, so I had to fucking honk at him. He did no turn signal. He was, and then he almost got me into a fucking wreck. Almost got him into a.
Yeah, I actually completely forgot about that until watching this.
Fucking wreck. So I honked the shit out of him, and then I wanted to make sure that to tell him you fucked up. So what I did, I put that middle finger up. I lifted it up, and I made sure that he was gonna see it. I put it up, and then I put it back down when he turned away. What a fucking idiot! I understand that you might need to be going somewhere, but for fuck's sakes, do you really think that it's worth getting you in a wreck or somebody else in a wreck? All because you're trying to get to a fucking destination? For crying out loud, you're a goddamn moron! Oh my god, for fuck's sakes! We live in a world of smartphones and stupid people! Wait a minute. You look familiar. Where have I seen you before?
Why, hello,
Eric. I am Mustache Man. You must have forgot about me. How are you today, Eric? You must have not heard my goddamn screaming. I'm pissed off because this jackass driver almost hit me today. Oh, well, sorry to hear about that. I was driving today, and, well, I'm sorry to hear about that. Do you know what kind of car that person that was hit you was driving? Yeah, that little turd nugget was driving a dark green car. Oh, wait, you said a dark green car? Oh, it may or may not have been me. I don't know. But, perhaps maybe it was just a coincidence, maybe. Wait. What do you mean it was a coincidence? It's either you were or you were not. So just tell me right now, were you or not? I think I need to go now.
He's my lawyer.
I should have made
Why, you little? Oh, shit.
It's so weird to see me without facial hair. Yeah, it's weird to see me with no facial hair and with shorter hair.
So is this you doing was this special effects, or were you just doing it very slowly?
So yeah, I thought it would add to the comedy if it was in slow-mo, but yeah. I filmed it at an angle where I was punching myself. But yeah, just with just a careful camera angle, because you have to keep in mind, I was doing all these all by myself because I couldn't get anybody else to be in these for the longest time. That's why I was playing all the characters. I didn't finally get somebody else to be in one of them until the first movie. Okay, that one I feel like is a little bit more obvious that it was my own more.
That will teach you a lesson. Pay attention when you drive. Eric?
Yeah, I just realized. Wait, back fast. Yeah, I just realized something. Both you and him have the same background.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. And I mean, with future episodes after this, I did correct that.
That was his son. Hey.
So out of all the three, I think I think you're gonna say that Dinosaur Deniers Part 1 was the best one.
Best one for ranting, but this last one was the best one for action.
Okay.
I like it when you interact with other people. Even, I mean yourself, obviously, but
Yeah. Yeah, and especially with the twist, how it was Mustache Man, like, who actually was the one, like, who almost hit me. But yeah, I thought that adding that in, like, would have added, like, to the company.
You ever do a reboot of this episode? And like you have Mustache missing. Well, this sure flipped me off today for some reason.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely have remade a lot of my things that piss me off episodes. Like I remade the Grinch parody. I remade the one about money, and there are talks of doing remakes of other ones too. So
And now, once you make your third movie, you can have a whole Blu-ray set of all three movies.
yep, definitely, yeah. And but yeah, hoping to have the third movie out by the summer. There's very few shots left that need to be filmed. So so yeah, we're an hour in. Sorry that it took us a while to get through 3 videos, but yeah, this is the rebooted series of things that piss me off. What do you think of these ones compared to the really, really, really old ones?
Well, I think after a 5-year break, well, obviously you're besides you being more mature as a person, you also, I think you got more mature a little bit as an editor plus as a filmmaker.
Yeah, definitely. I mean the filmmaking style did improve. There still was some work that needed to be done, like having the exact same background with Mustache Man and both me. That needed to be improved upon. But yeah, definitely got better as time went on. I'm definitely not saying as many questionable things as I did when I was 16.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
was 16, so.
so I think besides your not movie reviews, your I can't remember what it's called now. Let's watch the movie series. Besides let's watch the movie series, anything else happening on your channel?
So, my 15th anniversary of being on YouTube is this month. So, yeah, I plan on doing a live stream of that. It might have to be not exactly on the 15th anniversary because I will be on the 19th. And let's see, what day is on the 19th anyway? That'll be a Friday, and on that day, yeah, I'm gonna start. I'll be in acting class at that time. I'll still be doing the business class. I will have my second show of the play that I'm in on that day. So it might have to be either, yeah, maybe the 16th, but yeah, the 16th I was planning on going out of town for like a filmmakers conference, and that conference won't be until like later that day. So maybe I could do it either that Monday or maybe when I'm at the hotel on the 16th.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure I will figure out something. But yeah, look forward to that 15th anniversary live stream. So yeah, 15th anniversary live stream, and yeah.
Well, for my next for next 3 things I have planned, this Saturday I was going to do an episode about I can't remember the scientific term, but we're going to do an episode on the bird hip dinosaurs, or it starts with an O.
Ornithischian,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah, but he had to cancel because of family reasons. So Eric will be, if let something else happens, Eric will be back this Saturday for another episode of this series.
Okay.
And then next Saturday, me and Eric will be back again for for the 30th. Is it 30th anniversary now? We're gonna.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the 30th anniversary of the
Lion King thing. By the way, that reminds me. Are we just going to do the original movie, or doing all 3 animated movies?
Well, it'll be the 30th anniversary of the original movie, but I guess if we want to talk about the other movies, I guess that we could, and even the Timon and Pumbaa TV show could talk about the Lion Guard if we want to. But I was mostly expecting us to talk about the original.
I want to know what our plans were, and then finally, in 2 weeks from now, on the 3rd Saturday, Landon and Tapio Priest will be back. We're talking about returning to our Before Earth series, talking about how the first stars were forming, and all the way to our star forming, from the first star to our star, and
Okay.
our history about before the Earth. Anyways, check out these 3 things, and check out Eric's channel. If you haven't subscribed to Eric's channel yet, do that right now. Link in, click his name in the title, and see there. And you subscribe to my channel. Why haven't you subscribed to my channel yet?
Come on, people.
Anyways, we'll see you all Saturday. Until then, never stop learning. Enjoy the randomness. We'll see y'all next time.
See you later.
Bye.